So hello everyone, welcome back to the data science program. In this video we have to discuss about a small topic called modules in Python. So it's going to be a short video because it's a small topic. So before coding, I'll just discuss what are modules. So we should have theory knowledge also. So I'll just discuss what are modules. So people who are already familiar with coding languages, people basically from coding background, they already have worked in languages like C, C++, Java. They are already familiar with a term called libraries. So those languages have libraries. Basically it's a header file. Suppose we are taking the C language as the example. So there we have stdio.h. So what it does is it's basically a header file, and same way those libraries in Python we call those libraries as modules. So what is the advantage of using those modules? So in Python we call those libraries as modules. So the main advantage is different people have written different functionalities, and they have written those functionality inside a file, and that file is called as a header file. And so those modules contains different functionalities. So whenever we are coding in Python, we don't have to write everything from scratch. We don't have to code everything from scratch. We directly import modules, and those modules contains different functionalities, and we can use those functionalities directly without coding everything from scratch. So basically that's the main advantage, and the principle is basically the code reusability. We can reuse the code again and again. You can import the math module again and again depending on your requirement. So that's the main advantage of using a module. Suppose we are creating a mathematical software, so for that we need different mathematical functions like sine, tan, square root, floor, ceil. So basically if we are writing everything from scratch, it's going to be time consuming, and it's not going to be hassle free. So there has to be a way. That's why these modules are created, so that it saves our time, and we can use those functionalities, and it's easy. So I'll just take you guys to the Google Colab notebook where I'll show you guys those modules one by one. So we'll study about modules in Python. I'll just rename this file as modules in Python. Modules in Python. Okay, so I'll just write one comment here. Okay, now modules in Python. So first module is the math module. So I'll just show what are the different functions present inside this math module. So what you have to do is you just basically have to type math and just press the dot, and then just wait for a few seconds, and it will show you all the functions present inside. Sorry, first you have to import math module. So after importing math module, you just have to type math and dot and wait for a few seconds, and then it will show you all the functions present inside math. So these are the functions present inside a math module. So you can use I'll give you one example. We have one module called ceil. Suppose we are giving the value of ceil as 6.9, and if we run the cell, what it does is it basically takes you to the next integer. So here we have given 6.9, so it will take us to the next integer, which is 7. So we'll get 7 as the output. See, similarly we have one more called math.floor, and if we give 6.9 as the input, what it does is it basically takes you back to the previous integer. So it will take us back to 6, not to the next integer. So now if we try to run this cell, it will give us 6 as the output. So both are like brothers only. One will take you back to the previous integer, and one will take you to the next integer. So you can use different functionalities as well. sqrt, this is for square root. If you give 25, it should give us 5 as the output, because the square root of 25 is 5. So similarly, you have different functions inside math. You can explore, you can just go to Google Colab, import math, and just try all these functions. You don't have to study all the functions. Basically, you should know about those functions. So now we'll see the second module, which is the keyword module. So in keyword, first we'll import keyword. Every time you have, whenever you are whenever you have to use a module, you basically have to first import that module. So now we are using a keyword, so we are importing keyword module. So now I'll show you guys how to use. Suppose we are printing, and you have to type keyword dot, and if you wait for few seconds, these are the functions used. So I'll just show you guys about this KW list. So this is the list. It contains all the keywords present inside Python. So and I'll give you the definition of keywords also, because I've already taught you guys about keywords. So in Python and other languages, they have this concept of keywords. So keywords are basically the reserved words, and these reserved words are kept by the compiler or the interpreter. In Python we have interpreter, in other languages we have compiler concept. So now if we press shift enter, we'll see the list of all the keywords present inside Python. So see, these are the keywords: false, none, true, and whenever we are creating the variable, we should not use these keywords as the variable name. So that's about the keyword module. And now we'll see one more module called Datetime module. So we'll import Datetime, and we'll just print date. You have to type date time dot dot. If you do dot now, it will show you the current time. Just use this syntax and just press shift enter, and you will see the that's it's the present time. Actually, it's not showing the Indian timing. So what it's doing basically here is it's using, because we are using Google Colab, so it's connected to the server. I think this the time zone of some other country. So but that's the way you can check the current time of any country. So basically you have to do some setting changes, and you can see Indian timing as well. So that's about the Datetime module. And there is one more module called random. We'll import random. So what random does is, when you give a function called rand into a random module, what it does is it basically generates a random integer, and you have to provide the range within that only it will give you the random integer. So we'll import random, and we'll print random, and you have to provide a function called randint. Randint means random integer, randint, and inside that you have to provide a range. Suppose we want to generate a random integer between 1 and 50. So I'll just give 1 comma 50. So now it will generate a random integer between 1 and 50. And now if we try to print, so it'll give you the random integer C, and when you run this cell again, it will show you a different integer, and it's going to be random, and it's going to be between 1 and 50. So see, now if you run the cell, you will get 35. We are getting 35. Next time when you run the cell, you get 20. Next time when you run the cell, you get, every time you are getting the integer between 1 and 50, because we have provided this range. So that's about this random integer. So basically I'll give you one use of this random integer. Suppose we are creating a guessing game. Suppose there is a jackpot number called 49, and if you are guessing this number, and we are using this random function. So suppose first time we are getting 27, second time we are getting 39, in third attempt we got the correct number, which is 49. So now if we provide a counter, we can count, okay, in 3 attempts I have guessed it correctly. And suppose that there is a next guy, there is a other guy who's predicted this value in 5 times, so I'm going to be the winner. So in apps like these or games like this, you can use this randint, and there are other uses as well. So as we move forward in this Python course or in this data science course, we will see all these functionalities in depth. So that's about this modules in Python. And one more thing, right now I'm creating like short videos of length of 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Last video was about of 40 minutes. So I'm not creating like 1.5 hours or 2 hours content, because I'm thinking everyone should be interested, because people, they have like their attention span is really slow. So right now I'm creating small videos only. Depending on the requirement, I'll just change everything. So right now this is going to be the flow, and I hope you guys stick to this program. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you.